All right, awesome. So today got our nice core workout to get in the books. No shoes required if you don't want them. I got my socks on today. All right, getting into the holiday spirit with our workouts this time around. Now that we're past the Thanksgiving holiday, we're gonna go with Advent today. So get your calendars ready. We got a treat for you. All right, so getting onto our mats. We're gonna be starting out. Got a little core work to do. So we're gonna start out today. We got 4 different exercises. We got 3 circuits that we're gonna go through today. Our first circuit, we're gonna go hitting the abs a little bit. Second circuit, gonna get a little bit more of the core reaching the hips and the glutes. And then we're gonna go back to the abs for the third circuit. So our first round, we got 4 different exercises that we're gonna do. Little running clock, just going back to back on each one. We're going to be going 45 seconds for each exercise and doing 3 times through. So you can kind of keep that track in your head to look forward to the end there. So our first round, we're going to go first exercise, we're going to do a little heel taps. We're going to get into a little lean back position, kind of like a Russian twist, just leaning back here. And we're going to touch our heels on the inside. So we're just going to lift our foot up and just tap the heel on the inside, coming back and forth, pulling that knee towards the chest. Then we're going to lay down onto our backs, hands going out nice and wide. And we're just going to bring those legs over to one side, then up over to the other. Do a little wiper, back and forth. All right, then we're going to keep our legs up. The higher up your legs are, the more extension you have in your legs, the harder this is going to be. If you need to make it a little bit easier on your lower back, you can bend those legs right at the bottom. Then we're just going to try and do a little toe touch, coming up and down, get a little crunch, getting those shoulders up off of the mat. And then our fourth exercise, we're going to go hands down by our side. You can go under the butt if you need to. We're just going to extend those legs all the way out and then pull those legs all the way back in. Just going out and in with those legs. Trying not to touch the ground on that one if we can avoid it. All right, so starting out with those heel taps first. We're going to get ourselves started in 10 seconds here. Leaning back, staying on that butt. We're going 3 rounds through, remember, right? 4 exercises, 3 rounds. We're going to start with those heel taps in 3, 2, and 1. All right, coming back and forth. Just tapping those heels, alternating right side and left side. All right, right side and left side. Good, nice. Lean it back and just tap those heels back and forth. All right, keep going there. Keep going there. Tap those heels one at a time. All right, good. And let's see. Knees come out to the side. Yeah, so knees keep coming out to the side there just a little bit instead of going straight up towards the chest. That'll make it a little bit easier. All right, and just trying to tap those heels right on the inside. We're going to go onto those wipers next in 3, 2, and 1. All right, laying down on our backs. And now we're just going to bring those legs over to one side and then up over to the other. You want to tighten up that core, use those obliques, the sides of those abs to control those legs. Try not to touch those legs all the way down to the bottom. You want to resist that movement so those legs go as far down as they can without touching the ground. Try to keep those feet and those legs together the whole time. So don't let those feet or those legs separate from one another. That keeps you moving that body in one unified motion as opposed to going one leg at a time. We're going to go into toe touches next in 3, 2, and 1. Legs staying up above our bodies, and we're just trying to crunch our shoulders up off the floor. So just getting that little crunch coming up and down. The longer those legs are, the more extension you have in those legs, the harder that's going to be. If you need to get more of your back touching the ground, that lower back, you can bend those knees and just trying to crunch those shoulders up off that floor, up and back down. Good, keep going here, getting those shoulders up off that floor, getting those abs working, coming up and back down. Good, 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 nice. We're gonna go into those reverse crunches coming up next. You got 5 seconds, going into those reverses in 3, 2, and 1. You can go hands on your butt if you need to, extend those legs out as far as you can, and then pull those knees back in towards your chest. All right, extend those legs out without touching the ground, and then pull those knees back in towards that chest. Keep those abs nice and tight, going out and in. All right, going out and in. Back and forth. Tighten up those abs, extend those legs out. Just control that motion. You don't have to go too fast on this one. Control it, slow and steady. Keep those bodies working all the way through. Keep those abs nice and tight here. Good, nice. We got 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds. Then we're going back to our heel taps. 10 seconds going back to our heel taps. Going in and out in 3, 2, and 1. We'll pop them back up into that seated position. And we're just pulling those legs in. Those knees go slightly out to the outside, like you're trying to pull the knee up towards your shoulder there. All right, so you don't have to go all the way right in the middle. You just kind of bring that knee a little bit to the outside as you pull those heels in towards the inside to try and touch it with the fingertips there. If you can't get your foot all the way in to touch it, if you don't have that range of motion, that's okay. You can just touch your leg as far down as you can go. If you got to touch the outside or the inside of the shin there, or just the inside of the knee, that's all right here as well. All right, we're going to go back to our wipers in 3, 2, and 1. Laying back down, legs going all the way out to the side. All right, legs going all the way over to the side. Use those obliques. The longer those legs are, the more extension of those legs, the harder it's going to be on this one. All right, the more bend in the knees, the easier it's going to be. So if you want to make it more challenging, extend those legs all the way out. If you need to make it less challenging, bend those knees. All right, and the lower you go down towards the floor, all the way over to the side, the harder that's going to be, the harder that resistance is going to continue to be. All right, if you need to make it easier, just don't go down as far on each side. Just don't go down as far on each side if you can't do it. All right, back and forth, over and to the other side. Good. 3, 2, and 1. We're going legs up and getting our little crunches up and down. All right, crunches up and down. If you can go with your legs all the way up, try to touch your toes. All right, that's going to be harder. If you need to make it easier, just bend those knees. And I'm just trying to get those shoulders ever so slightly up off the floor. If you need to put your hands behind your head on this one for a little extra support in the neck, that's okay too. All right, you can do that. Make that modification. Give yourself the support you need on that neck and that head. All right, good. We got 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds. Then we're going into our reverse crunch. All right, 10 seconds. Going into our reverse crunch on this one after this. All right, almost there, almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Legs going out and in. Legs going out, then pulling back in. All right, all the way out, all the way back in. Good. Tighten up those abs, extend those legs, and then pull back. All right, extend those legs, then pull back in. Good. In and out. Good. Back and forth. Nice. All right, keep those abs tight. Fully extend those legs all the way out as far as you can go. The closer those legs get to the ground, the harder that's going to be. The higher up they are, the easier it's going to be. Going in and out. Got 10 seconds to go here. 10 seconds. Then we're going back to the beginning. Back to the beginning for one more full round of this circuit. 3, 2, and 1. Coming back up to the top, and we're tapping those heels. All right, pulling those heels into the inside, tapping the inside of those heels, alternating right leg, right foot, left foot, coming back and forth. Good, good, good. Nice. Keep going here. All right, leaning it back a little bit. Keep those shoulders back. Pull those heels in. One at a time. All right, pulling those heels in one at a time. Getting those abs working on this one. All right, take breaks when you need them. I know we got the no break on this one, that running clock. So if you need a break, take it. We're going into those wipers next. Wipers coming up in 3, 2, and 1. Laying down on our backs. And then we're going alternating right side, left side of those wipers. Coming all the way over to one side, all the way over to the other. Back and forth. Keep those feet together. Keep those legs connected to one another. So those abs are working one at a time. All right. You're not going one leg at a time to hop up and over. The closer to the ground you get, the harder that's going to be. The harder the resistance is going to be. The longer those legs are, the harder that's going to be. The more bend in those knees, the easier it's going to be. All right, keep going here. We got 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds. And then we're going to go into our toe touches. All right, getting those crunches coming up and down in 3, 2, and 1. All right, Starting out with those legs up. And we're just trying to crunch those shoulders up off the floor, right? Just trying to crunch those shoulders up off the floor here. Up and back down. Good. All right, just trying to come up and down. Getting those shoulders up off the floor. Crunching those abs. All right, you can go with those hands behind the head if you need to. You can go with those hands behind the head if you need to. All right, up and down. The higher up those legs are, the harder it's going to be. The more extension of those legs. All right, I got mine bent. Just keeping my back against the ground here. All right, less than 10 seconds to go. Less than 10 seconds. Then we're going into our reverse crunch in 3, 2, and 1. All right, hands can go under the butt if you need to. Going in and out with those legs. Going in and out with those legs. All the way out, all the way back in. All the way out, all the way back in. Extend those legs out and tuck those knees back in towards the chest. All right, extend those legs out as far as you can, as close to the ground as you can. Getting that maximum resistance here with those legs, and then bringing it back in, tucking those knees back in to the chest. Good, back and forth. Good, keep at it, keep at it. We got this. Let's finish this circuit out. Let's finish this circuit out. Last one right here. Less than 10 seconds to go. Less than 10 seconds to go. Keep those legs going in and out at your own pace. All right, 3, 2, and 1. Good, nice. Take a breather. All right, next round. Circuit 1, all good. Circuit 2, coming in hot. Circuit 2, coming in hot. We're gonna go 60 seconds on this round. Starting on our hands and knees. We're gonna do a pulsing rear leg raise. So we're gonna go straight leg back behind us. Keep the foot flexed, so I'm pointing my toe towards my body, pushing my heel back behind me. And we're gonna do a pulse just coming up and down, keeping that leg nice and straight. Just using the glutes and the hamstrings to lift that leg up and down, all right? Right leg first, then we're gonna lay down on our left side. We're gonna do a pulsing leg raise on the side, working out those abductors on the side of our hips, all right? Then we're gonna flip onto our back, then doing a single leg hip bridge with that same leg, up and down with that right leg, left leg staying up in the air, pushing through our right heel. So we're gonna do that right side, then we're gonna do the left side, and then repeat that circuit through, all right? So let's start on those hands and knees. Right leg is up in the air, and we're gonna start it up in 3, 2, and 1, all right? Just pulsing that right leg up and down. We're just squeezing that butt, keeping our hands shoulder width apart, staring straight down at the ground. Keep that chin tucked in, all right? Keep that back nice and flat. You wanna keep those abs nice and tight here so we don't hyperextend that back. Keep that leg locked out. Keep that right leg nice and straight. Keep that foot flexed. All right, we're just pulsing up and down. Get a nice little booty burn on this one. All right, up and down with that right leg. If you need to, you can go on your fists and your knuckles instead of your hands and your palms. If you need to give those wrists a little bit of a relaxation here. All right, just keep pulsing that leg away. Keep pulsing that leg away. We're gonna be laying down on our left side coming up next. In 3, 2, and 1. All right, laying down on that left side, and then our right leg pulsing up and down. Right leg stays about halfway on the ground here. All right, I got my left leg on the ground. Right leg is just going up and down ever so slightly, using those muscles on the outside of my hip. Keep those abs nice and tight. Keep those shoulders back so you're not hunching over into your mat. All right, and that leg just moves up and down, couple inches up, couple inches down, not getting that full range of motion, so we're keeping that muscle active that whole time. It doesn't really get a break, a chance to relax here, just keeping that pulse going, up and down. Keep those abs nice and tight, keep that leg working all the way through. All right, keep that leg working, up and back down. Good, nice, keep going, up and down. Here we go with that pulse. Good, nice, almost there. We're gonna be flipping onto our back next, doing our single leg bridge, coming up in 3, 2, and 1. All right, flipping over onto our back, right foot into the ground, left foot in the air. We're going single leg hip bridge, coming up and down, pushing through our right foot, our right leg, our right heel. All right, pushing through that right heel. If you need to, keep those toes up in the air on that right foot. All right, and we're just trying to squeeze that butt on that right side to get those hips up nice and high into the air. You're gonna feel this one in the glutes on that right side. We've already been using them with those leg raises on that reverse and on the side leg raises, so I might feel a little bit more of a burn on that right side as we go up and down here, trying to get those hips up as high as we can. I'm exhaling as I go up, inhaling as I come down. If you got an opposite breathing cadence, that's okay. We just want to make sure that we are breathing and not holding our breath or hyperventilating. All right, we're going to be going back onto our hands and knees coming up next. Back on our hands and knees in 3, 2, and 1. All right, hands and knees, we're going to the left side now. Hands and knees going to the left side, left leg, pulsing up and down. We're going rear leg raise with that left leg. All right, nice locked out leg, keeping the foot flexed. All right, toe is pointing towards you, toe is not pointing back. Here's pushing that heel back towards the far wall. All right, keeping that back nice and flat, keeping those abs tight. Hands are about shoulder width apart, staring straight down at our ground. And we're just pulsing that left leg here. Just pulsing that left leg up and back down. Good, nice, keep it there. All right, up an inch, down an inch, couple inches here, couple inches there. Just squeezing that butt. Keep those abs tight so we're not getting a large range of motion on this one. We're just keeping that muscle active as we're pulsing that leg up and down. All right, we're going to go onto our right side, coming up in 3, 2, and 1. Laying down on our right side, and left leg is coming up and down here. All right, we got the side leg raise. All right, we're going pulsing up and down with that side leg raise this time. Good, nice. Keep moving that left leg up and down. I'm laying down on my right side. You can lay it all the way, resting your head on your shoulder. If you want to support your head with your hand, that's all right too. If you got a pillow to support your neck, use what you have. All right, I want to make sure that you're comfortable here in the position that you're in. All right, we're just pulsing that leg up and down on that left side, keeping those abs tight, keeping those shoulders back. You're not slouching over into that mat. Staying in control throughout this movement. Staying in control throughout this movement. Keep those abs tight. Pulsing that left leg. Pulsing that left leg. Feel that burn on the outside of those hips. Those muscles right on the sides there in the butt. And we're going to go into our single leg hip bridge with that left leg in 3, 2, and 1. All right, laying down on our back. And we're going to go single leg hip bridge up and down. Single leg hip bridge coming up and back down. Good. All right, keep at it. Up and down, up and down. Good, good, good. Nice. Keep at it here. Push through that left heel and get those hips up nice and high. All right, pushing through that left heel and getting those hips up nice and high. Probably feeling that burn on that left side. All right, keep those abs nice and tight so those hips don't wobble around. Keep that nice firm core here. Tighten up those muscles inside that abdominal area. Tightening up that rib cage. Up and back down. Push those hips up as high as we can go. Push those hips up as high as we can go. Coming up, 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 nice and high. And then down. Control it. Don't plop that butt onto the ground. We're going to go back to the original. On our hands and knees. On our right leg in 3, 2, and 1. All right, back to the start. We're going right leg, pulsing up and down. Right leg, pulsing up and down. Hands and knee on the ground. Keeping that right foot flexed and keeping that right leg nice and straight, nice and locked out. All right, just squeezing that butt. Lift that leg up and down. All right, squeeze that butt, lift that leg up and down. Good, keep at it here. Keep at it here, up and back down. Good, nice. Control it. Keep that chin tucked in, staring straight down at the ground. Right between those hands. Control that breathing. And just squeezing that butt to lift that leg up. We're just trying to squeeze that butt and the hamstring to lift that leg. Don't bend that knee. Then we don't use the right muscles here. All right, we're going to go onto our left side, doing our right leg with our side leg raise. Coming up in 3, 2, and 1. All right, laying down on that left side. And now our right leg pulsing up and down. Right leg pulsing up and down. Starting to feel a little bit more burn on that right side here. The second round, fatigue from that first round already. All right, good. Lifting that right leg up and down, pulsing, keeping that right leg straight and locked out. Keep those abs nice and tight here. All right, we're just pulsing up and down. Coming up a couple inches, coming down a couple inches. Trying to keep it right in that halfway zone with that right leg. Good, nice. Keep at it. Keep those abs nice and tight here. Don't let yourself soften up. Keep that body nice and rigid. Keep that leg in control. Lifting up and back down. Good. Keep at it. Keep at it. Keep that right leg straight. Keep that foot flexed. Good. Almost there. Almost there. We got our single leg bridge coming up next. Single leg bridge coming up next in 3, 2, and 1. Woo! All right. Got a nice little burn on that one. All right, right leg pushing through, left leg up in the air, coming up and down. Squeeze that butt and get that butt up nice and high. All right, squeeze the butt and the hamstring on that right side. Get those hips up as high as you can. All right, control that motion all the way through. Control that motion all the way through. No plopping down with that butt. All right, you want to control it. Quick little tap on the floor, and then just pushing right through that heel again, getting that butt up nice and high. All right, tighten up those abs, get that butt up as high as you can, pushing through that right heel, coming up all the way, and then control it all the way back down. Up all the way, then control it all the way back down. Good, keep going here, up, 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 nice and high, pushing all the way through. Nice, we're gonna go back to our left side, coming up on our hands and knees. Go to our left side in 3, 2, and 1. All right, transition onto our hands, onto our knee. We're going left leg coming up and down. Left leg coming up and down. Just pulsing it out, lifting that left leg up nice and high. All right, good. Keep at it. Keep at it. Pulse that left leg out. Tighten up that butt. Keep that leg fully extended. Flexing that foot. Good, keeping those hips square to the ground, pulsing that leg. Keep that chin tucked in, looking straight down at the floor, right between those hands. All right, pulsing that left leg through and through. Keep that leg locked out. Keep that foot flexed. Keep those abs nice and tight. Back is nice and flat here. We're not hyperextending that back at all. Almost there. We got 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds. Then we're laying down on our floor. We're going on to our right side. Our left leg pulsing in 3, 2, and 1. Land on that right side, left leg pulsing up and down, left leg pulsing up and down. All right, we got a nice little pulsing action here. Keep the shoulders back, and we're just lifting that left leg up halfway and pulsing at that middle point. Lift it up to that halfway spot, and then we're pulsing at that midpoint here. All right, up and down, not letting ourselves get that little break with that left leg. All right, keep that leg pulsing up and down, feeling those muscles on the outside of the hip, doing the work here. All right, lift that leg up, let it come back down. Control that motion all the way through it. Don't speed through it. Control it, slow and steady. Slow and steady, nice and easy here. Don't try and go too fast, using too much momentum on those pulses. Control that movement, using those muscles on the outside of that left hip. All right, we got 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds. Then we're on to our single leg bridge on that left side. Let's finish out this circuit. Only got 2 sets, 3, 2, and 1. All right, going on to that hip bridge. Last one on the circuit. Last one on this circuit. Let's go up and back down with that left side. All right, control that movement. Control that movement with that single leg hip bridge. All right, gently touching the ground with that butt on the way down. Don't plop that butt onto the ground. Don't plop it. All right. And then control it all the way back up. The more reps we get, the harder that's going to be, the more those muscles are exerting themselves throughout that 1 minute. All right, keep those abs tight, pushing through our left foot, our left heel. If you need to keep those left toes up in the air to ensure that you're pushing through that heel, then do so. All right, exhaling as I go up, inhaling as I come back down. Exhaling as I go back up. Inhaling as I come back down. Less than 10 seconds here. Less than 10 seconds. Let's finish this one up. Finish this one up. All right, get those hips up nice and high. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take a breather there. All right, circuit 2. Elfine. One more circuit to go. One more circuit to go. So this round, we're going to start out on our backs. We're going to start out with a bicycle. If you want to challenge yourself, you can go bicycle with the arms and the legs coming in and out. You need to make it a little bit easier. You can do just the legs, keeping those shoulders against the mat. all right? And if you really need to, you can go just one leg at a time, tapping those heels to the ground, keeping that back against the mat that whole time, all right? After our bicycle, we're gonna come up onto our knees. We're gonna do a little side bend, hands behind the head. We're just gonna go back and forth using our obliques on our side, bending from one side to the other, all right? And then we're gonna go back onto our butts for the next one. We're gonna do a hollow hold. So we're gonna go onto our butts, bring the heels up off of the ground, and shoulders back. Just gonna hold on to this position right here. If you need to, you can put those hands underneath the legs to alleviate some of that extra pressure and resistance if you need to give yourself a little break during that set. And our fourth one, last one on this circuit, we're gonna do a nice little bear plank, all right? So hands and toes on the ground. We're gonna get those knees off the ground, keep a nice flat back, all right? And just holding that plank position, keeping that butt tucked back. You're gonna try and have a 90-degree angle at your knees, and holding that bear plank position. If that bear plank is too challenging on the wrists or the shoulders for anybody, you can hold just a regular standard plank on your forearms instead there. You can either do the standard plank on the feet or on the knees there as well. All right, so we're gonna start off with our bicycles on this round. Same as the first circuit, we're gonna go 3 times through, 45 seconds at that running clock. We're going back to back to back. All right, now we'll get ourselves started here. Onto our backs. Let's get those bicycles going along in 3, 2, and 1. All right, arms and legs if you can. If not, just the legs. And if you need to make that extra modification, you can just tap those heels onto the ground as you alternate legs, keeping that back against the ground, keeping those hands on the ground, going in and out here, all right? No training wheels required on these bikes. No helmet needed, all right? Going in and out with those legs. In and out with those legs. Just stay nice and steady, stay in control on these. All right, back and forth. The lower those legs get to the ground, as you extend, the harder it's gonna be. The higher up those legs are, the easier it's gonna be. So the lower those legs get to the ground, the harder. All right, we're gonna go into our side bends on our knees in 3, 2, and 1. Let's hop up onto those knees. Hopping up onto those knees. All right, hands behind the head. We're going back and forth. All right, side bend to one side bend to the other. Control it on the one, and then up over onto the other. Good, back and forth. Keep those hands behind the head, shoulders squeeze together, elbows back. All right, we're just controlling it one side to the other. You don't have to go super fast. You don't have to gain a lot of momentum on this one. You want to control it down to one side, and then control it down to the other. Feel yourself tighten up those abs to bring that body down towards one side, and then switching up, going over to the other. Good, nice. Keep at it here. We're gonna go into those hollow holds next. Hollow holds next in 3, 2, and 1. All right, onto our butts, and we're just gonna lift those heels up off the ground. All right, onto our butts, lifting those heels up off the ground. Tighten up those abs and hold in this position right here. You can tuck those knees in a little bit more. You can extend those legs out. The more you tuck them in, the easier it's gonna be. The further out they are, the harder it's gonna be. All right, just trying to keep those feet up off the ground, keeping those shoulders back. If you need to, you can tuck those hands underneath the legs to give yourself a little alleviation of that resistance there. All right, almost there, almost there. We got 10 more seconds to go. 10 more seconds to go, and we're going into our bear plank to finish this round out. All right, bear plank coming up next in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Flipping on over, hands and toes on the ground. And we're just getting those knees slightly up off the floor. All right, keeping them low to the ground. Keep a nice flat back here. All right, shoulder blades squeeze together. Tighten up those abs, holding that plank position here. All right, holding that plank position, nice and steady. Knees about an inch off the ground here. All right, hold it nice and strong. Nice and strong. Tighten up those abs. Keep that core nice and strong. Staring straight down at the ground, right between those hands. Almost there. 10 seconds to go. Almost there. 10 more seconds. You got this. Let's keep at it. Keep at it. We're going back to the beginning with bicycles. In 3, 2, and 1. Good hold there. Good hold there. All right, we're going back to our bikes. All right, going in and out with those legs. In and out with those legs. Back and forth. Extend the legs and then pull that knee in. Extend those legs. Pull that knee in. Back and forth here. All right, keep my back on the ground. All right, trying to touch my knee with my elbow. All right, you can go in and out with or without those elbows, with or without that torso, those shoulders being up off the ground. You can lay all the way down, just move the legs. All right, or you can do that modification, keeping those knees bent. We're going into our side bends coming up. All right, in 3, 2, and 1. Coming up onto those knees, going into our side bends. Round 2 on those side bends, hands behind the head. All right, and we're going over to one side, up and over to the other. All right, bending over, tighten up those abs. All right, shortening up that rib cage on one side, then controlling it up to the top, and then down to the other side. All right, up and over to one side, then control it over to the other. Good, back and forth. Good, tighten up those abs. Crunch all the way down to the right, up to the top, then crunch all the way down to the left. Good, side to side, side to side. Good, nice. We're gonna go into our hollow holds next. Coming up in 3, 2, and 1. We're going back onto our butts here. Bring those heels up off that ground. All right, tuck those knees in. Keep the shoulders back. Good, hold on to this one. Nice and tight. Good, keeping those heels up off the ground. If you need to, you can put those hands underneath the thighs if need be. All right, you can go underneath the thighs with those hands if you need to. All right, trying to keep those shoulders back and keep those abs nice and tight. Shoulders back, abs nice and tight. We're going into our bear plank after this in 10 seconds. All right, 10 more seconds. And we got our bear plank coming up. Hands and toes on the ground in 3, 2, and 1. All right, onto our toes, onto our hands, onto our toes, onto our hands. Knees slightly up off the ground. All right, we're just tucking that butt back, that nice 90-degree angle at the knees. Keeping that back nice and flat. Keeping that chin tucked in. I'm tightening up my abs, pulling my stomach in. All right, sucking that stomach in, trying to keep that core nice and tight, nice and strong. Remember, if you need to, you can go into a regular plank on the forearms, either on your feet or on your knees to make that modification if necessary. All right, we got 10 more seconds to go. 10 more seconds to go. Hold on to that plank here. Bear plank, regular plank, modified plank, whatever you've got in store. We're going on to our backs, back into our bicycles in 3, 2, and 1. Back onto our backs, all right? Biking away. We got one more round here. All right, last one. Third round of this circuit. Going in and out with those legs. All right, we got one more of each on these exercises. Almost there, almost there. All right, going in and out, working those abs. All right, in and out, working those abs, getting those bikes going, back and forth. All right, back and forth. Good, good, good. Nice. Keep at it here. Keep at it here. Alternating right side, left side. You can go with your shoulders up off of that mat, or you can keep them on the mat, just doing the legs. All right. Nice. We're going to go into those side bends. Coming up in 3, 2, and 1. Coming up onto our knees. All right, hands behind the head. And let's get those side bends back and forth. All right, we're going right side, left side. Bend over to one side, up to the top, over to the other side, then up to the top. All right, back and forth. Let's keep it going here. Let's keep it going. All right, going one side, bend it, control it, up to the top, and then over to the other side. Good, keep it moving, keep it moving. All right, back and forth. One side, then over to the other. Shorten up that rib cage, crunching all the way over to the right side. Control it up to the top. Try not to use too much momentum here. All right, keep those hips forward, going down. I'm exhaling as I go down. Inhale as I come back up to the top. We're going to go into our hollow hold. Coming up next in 3, 2, and 1. All right, onto our butts. Hold those legs up. All right, onto our butts. Hold those feet up off that floor. Shoulders are back. All right, tuck those knees in. The more you tuck those knees in, the easier it's going to be to maintain that position. The further out those legs are, the harder it's going to be. All right, just keep those feet up off of that ground. If you need to, you can put those hands underneath the thighs. All right, keep those shoulders back. Good, nice. Hold on to that right there. Hold on to that right there. Keep those abs nice and strong here. All right, feet are a little bit apart here. I got about 6 inches between my feet, between my legs. All right, we got less than 10 seconds. Less than 10 seconds, and we got that final bear plank. All right, final bear plank in 3, 2, and 1. Let's get on our hands, on our feet. Hold that bear plank with me. We got that last one right here. All right, knees slightly up off that ground. All right, stand on the toes. Keep that back nice and flat. All right, we're not touching the ground without anything but our toes and our hands. All right, toes and hands. Keep those abs nice and tight here. Suck that stomach in. Keep that nice strong core. Tuck that chin in. Staring down straight at that mat right between those hands. Keeping those legs at about 90 degrees. Keeping those legs at about 90 degrees. All right, we got 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Hold it out with me. Hold it out with me. All right, hold it right there. We almost got it. We almost got it. You can do this. You can do this. 3, 2, and 1. Woo! All right, nice work today. Nice work. All right, let's start out on our nice little cool down here. We're going to sit down on our butts to start it out. Get a nice little piriformis, gluteus medius stretch. We're going to go crossing our right leg over our left leg, and then just pushing our chest up towards our legs. Pushing our chest up towards our legs. If you are a little compromised in this position, you can do this one laying down as well. Just keeping those legs crossed over, laying down on your back, and just trying to pull those legs in towards the chest. All right, so take your pick on that one. You can either stay upright on your hands, or you can go down onto your back, getting that same stretch. All right, hold on to that right here. Good, nice. All right, we're gonna switch over to the other side. Left leg, crossing over the right leg, and then you can either pull those legs in, or you can be upright on your butt, walking that chest in towards those legs. Good, nice. Hold on to that right there. Good work, good work. Nice. Each time you exhale, try to pull those legs or get closer to those legs, getting deeper into that stretch. Good, nice. All right. And then 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, we're going to come up out of that one. All right, we're going to go into a butterfly stretch here. We're going to go feet together and knees out by our sides. We're going to wrap our hands around our feet, pulling our heels in towards our groin. All right, trying to pull those shoulders back and get a nice stretch on the inside of those hips, on the inside of that groin there. All right, just trying to pull those shoulders back, sticking that chest out. And just keeping those heels close in, wrapping those hands around those feet as a little bit of leverage there. Good. Nice. Hold on to that for a few more seconds here. Getting that nice stretch all the way through. Good, nice, all right. And then we'll come up out of that one. And we're gonna go on to one knee. We're gonna go on the left knee, right foot forward. All right, we're gonna get a little bit more of a hip stretch here. So we're gonna go with our right elbow coming down towards our right foot. All right, right elbow coming down towards our right foot. We're just gonna try and get a nice stretch on the inside of those thighs, inside of the hips, inside of the groin. Just try to get down as low as you can. If you don't get down as low as me, that's okay. A longer stride might help get down a little bit further. Don't push yourself though. Sometimes getting into some of these challenging stretches can overdo it, so we don't want to make sure that we're not overdoing the stretching here. Just go down until your body feels that resistance and just stay right there. You don't have to go past that point of resistance in this stretch. Good, nice. All right, we're gonna hold that for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now we're gonna switch over to the other side. Switching to the left leg in front, and right knee is on the ground. And now we're gonna bring that left arm down towards that left foot. All right, left elbow coming down towards that left foot, coming down as low as we can go, getting that nice deep stretch on the inside of those hips, in that groin. Good, hold on to that right there. Nice job. All right, just trying to open up those hips. Again, you don't have to go down too far if you feel little resistance and you're not all the way down, just go to the point where you feel that resistance. You don't have to force yourself too far on this one. Good, get that nice stretch. I feel this one on the inside of my left thigh, my groin there on the left side, and a little bit on my right hip flexor on the right side there, but not as much as I feel on the inside of that hips there too. All right, we're gonna come out of that in 3, 2, and 1. All right, good. Nice job today, everyone. Well done all around, getting that nice start to the ab vent season.